Progress of the expansion and modernization works at Villa Park, the stadium of Aston Villa, is gaining an accelerated pace, and now we will detail the main fronts during this month of work in the North Stand and how this restructuring will impact the club's capacity next season. Hello my friends, how are you? Today we are going to bring you the updates for the month of June from Villa Park. The legendary stadium of Villa Park, historic home of Aston Villa Football Club in Birmingham, is experiencing one of the most remarkable chapters in its century-old history. Meeting the ambitious plans of the board and the growing global demand for tickets due to the club's great campaigns in elite competitions, the stadium has officially entered a drastic phase of structural transformation and modernizations. At this exact moment, the absolute focus of the work is concentrated on the North Stand. Anyone passing by the surroundings of the stadium or following the updates closely comes across a true heavy engineering construction site. The old North Stand is being completely modified. The strategy adopted involves the total removal and complete reconstruction of this wing of the stadium, which will allow the erection of a much more modern, safe structure with a larger audience capacity. Dynamic of the current work is intense and highly coordinated. A huge crane moves imposingly through the stadium premises, operating in the dismantling process of heavy structures. In recent weeks, the first major visual stage was successfully completed, the total removal of the old seats that occupied the grandstands of the sector. With the space clear, the operational focus shifted to the upper part where the workers are dismantling the entire roof structure. Part of the old roof has already been removed, and the technical teams are in the final phase of completing the removal of the upper sheets and beams, leaving the area totally exposed for the subsequent demolitions. One of the most highlighted and praised points of this initial phase of the renovation was the socio-environmental responsibility adopted by Aston Villa. Instead of simply discarding the old furniture in the trash or sending it for destruction, the club chose to carry out a major charitable action to support grassroots and local football. All the seats that were carefully removed from the North Stand are being donated to lower league teams and community clubs that need improvements in their own infrastructure. Local institutions in Birmingham and neighboring teams such as Northfield Town FC are receiving these historic seats, allowing a piece of the traditional Villa Park to remain alive and serving the sport in other sporting venues. And in a certain way, this attitude from the club is a way of supporting the growth of football in the country. For example, the club we mentioned just a moment ago, Northfield Town, will make use of this equipment to improve its structure and guarantee greater comfort to the club's supporters who use the club's facilities. If you do not want to miss anything about the expansion and modernization works of the stadium and are not yet subscribed here, take the opportunity and subscribe now, as we will monitor these works monthly, and here of course you will always stay updated on what happens in the works. Also, leave a like for us and share the video with your friend who wants to stay well informed. Looking at the macro plan, the restructuring project of Villa Park, a quick summary. This project goes far beyond the simple replacement of an old grandstand with a new one. The main goal of the club is to raise the total capacity of the stadium from the current 42,000 seats to more than 50,000 spectators. The new grandstand of the North Stand will be imposing, featuring multiple tiers, modern seating designs, and an impeccable architectural integration with the other traditional sectors, maintaining the identity and electric atmosphere that make Villa Park one of the most feared and respected grounds in European football. In addition to the significant gain in public capacity, the project was designed to transform the stadium into an entertainment and business hub that operates throughout the year and not just on match days. The plans include the creation of a new and modern fan zone, deep improvements in access and transport systems around the stadium, as well as the construction of new commercial spaces, high-standard hospitality lounges, complete food courts, and a new official club shop With this, Aston Villa positions itself to consolidate its brand in the European elite, ensuring that its historic home is fully prepared to host continental finals, major world events, and provide an unforgettable experience for future generations of supporters of the Villains. For the renovation, the board of Aston Villa adopted a very well-planned strategy to ensure that its traditional home is completely renovated, modern, and comfortable in theme to host the major international clashes of the 2028 Euros, instead of extending the construction schedule over several years and causing constant partial disruptions in multiple sectors. The club's top hierarchy chose to completely close the north stand during the entire dispute of the 2026-2027 season. This courageous decision allows the engineering and civil construction teams to work uninterruptedly, ensuring a much faster, cleaner, and more efficient delivery of all the planned new facilities. At this exact moment, anyone passing by the surroundings of the stadium in the city of Birmingham observes an intense movement of heavy machinery, cranes, and specialized workers. We will continue monitoring the work, so subscribe already. If you liked it, leave a like. And before you go, I leave you another video in the card, a hug, and until next time.